Okay, I've never been to Matera, Italy, but I found this place, spent entirely too much time researching it, and now I have opinions. First of all, what the hell? This is Matera, a city in southern Italy where people have been living for thousands of years, including inside actual caves carved into the limestone. When I first saw pictures of this place, I immediately thought, yep, I need to go there, which is becoming a serious financial problem. Because Matera is gorgeous. Ancient stone buildings stacked on top of each other, tiny streets winding through the hills, churches carved directly into the old rock. And some of this place is old, like thousands of years before America was even a thought old. But then I started reading about Matera's history, and holy shit, the old cave neighborhoods are called the Sassi, and for centuries, people actually lived inside these caves. By the early 20th century, though, conditions had gotten really bad. We're talking extreme poverty, overcrowding, disease, and basically no proper sanitation. Entire families were living inside the caves, sometimes alongside their animals. Which sounds horrific, but I've stayed at enough campgrounds with my kids that I'm not entirely unfamiliar with the setup. Eventually, conditions became so terrible that Matera was referred to as the shame of Italy. Imagine your hometown being so fucked up that the entire country basically stops claiming you. We have that here in America. It's called Portland. Anyway, by the 1950s, the Italian government finally stepped in and started relocating thousands of residents into newer housing. And normally when a government says, we're here to help, that's about the time I start getting nervous. But people actually moved out. Large parts of the Sassi were abandoned, and for a while, that looked like it might be the end of the story. Except somebody eventually looked around and went, wait, these caves are actually incredible. So they started restoring them. And Italy basically pulled an HGTV renovation on an entire ancient city. Eventually, Matera became a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is basically the international version of your mother showing up and saying, see, I told you not to throw it away. And then things got really interesting because now you can stay in the caves. Yes, please. Except they're not poverty caves anymore. These are luxury caves. They put in mood lighting, beautiful bathrooms, fancy linens, Wi-Fi, maybe a rainfall shower, and suddenly the same caves the government spent years getting people out of are costing hundreds of dollars a night to get back into. This is basically Airbnb's entire business model. Take something old, put a fluffy white duvet on it, call it an authentic experience, and apparently I'll hand you my credit card. 'Cause I will. Because after everything I told you, I still want to stay there. Look at this shit. Take my money. Matera, you're officially on the list. And at the rate I'm adding places to my list, my retirement plan is just going to be dying with really good vacation photos. Follow along. Let's see what other places I can discover that I absolutely cannot afford.